Alright guys, so to start us off for today's episode, this segment is going to be all about creating homemade masks. We thought it would be helpful to teach you a few ways that you can create your own masks at home with a few simple things that you may already have or just need to go out and buy.
Hey guys, your buddy Anthony here. I'm going to show you today how to make some DIY PPE face masks. Let's get to it.
And there you go. Super simple, super easy, literally takes 30 seconds to do.
So all that you're gonna need is just a nice white t-shirt, some scissors for cutting, latex gloves to keep your hands dry, your tie-dye coloring kit, woo-woo, hanger, and some water. So our first step, we're going to be filling our tie-dye with some water. Take each vial, pour some water in there. It'll mix with the dye that's inside, and you're just going to simply shake it. So if you have a spray bottle handy, you can spray the fabric. It'll make it a little easier to form a shape, which is our next step. So just going to wet this t-shirt a little bit here. And you're going to take 2 fingers, and you are going to pinch a certain spot and simply turn. So now you've got your basic shape. You're gonna add some elastic bands to keep this all nice and tight. So you can see what I'm starting to do here, just trying to keep everything nice and firm here. You got a nice little spiral. The more elastics that you add, you can get pretty creative with certain designs and shapes and a whole lot of things. So you want a little product like this. We're gonna start adding some color. This is fun.
So for my DIY face mask, super simple. All you're gonna need is a bandana, or if you don't have a bandana, you can cut up like an old t-shirt or any real piece of fabric to be about the size of a bandana. And 2 elastic bands. You can also try to use like hair ties or something like that if you don't have elastic bands handy. So, all you're gonna do, take one side of the bandana, fold it into the middle, take the other side, do the same, and then just fold that onto itself, giving yourself a piece of fabric like that. And then you're gonna take an elastic band and you're gonna feed one end of the bandana through the rubber band until it's about 1/3 of the way down. And then do the same thing on the other side. And if you find that when you put your mask on, it's either too wide or too small, you can move these rubber bands either out or in, depending on the size of your face. But about 1/3 of the way in should do it. And you take one side, fold it across into the middle, and same thing on the other side. You're not actually tucking these into the rubber bands or anything. They literally just sit there in the middle, and then when you put it on your face will hold these in and stop it from coming undone. So then you just pick it up, put it on your face, and put the elastics around your ears. And there you go. Super simple, super easy, literally takes 30 seconds to do. Hope this is helpful to you, and stay safe and stay healthy. Thanks for watching.
So now we're gonna start adding some color. Be mindful when you're applying the dye. You don't want to be spraying the shirt on a nice marble kitchen counter. So perhaps outside with some newspaper underneath or something, just to avoid a mess. You don't want mom yelling at you right now. So we're gonna add some colors. Basically take and just in any way. I'm treating this as it's in thirds. I'm gonna add 3 colors. Just don't oversaturate it, but add a nice substantial amount. want to do now is just, if you have a plastic bag handy, some plastic wrap, we want to throw this inside and wrap that nice and tight, just to avoid any drippage. And we're gonna leave that product for about 6 to 7 hours. And we'll be back.
So to start us off, I am going to create a mask using literally just some scissors and a little ankle sock. From the little heel over here, and about a few inches out, we're gonna make an incision. Make my first little, I don't know, I'm nervous. I'm gonna make my first little slit right here. All right, so once you have your slit, you're gonna continue cutting it all the way down. You might need to hold it so that it's taut. And then you've got this part of the sock. So now, from the top part of the sock where you would usually have the top facing, you're gonna use that little line and you're gonna cut it straight down. Just like that. So it's gonna kind of look like this. As you can see, the heel is here and it kind of is already starting to form like what it would look like for a face mask. So now what you're going to do is you're gonna fold the bottom part where you cut to the top. So it's gonna be like that, as you can see. All right, so what you're gonna do now is you're folding up the side of the sock and you're gonna make a little slit. So now, when you open it up, you've got 2 little holes where your ear should go. Cool. And that is what my homemade mask looks like. It looks like I even have a mouth because of my heel where it's cut out. So that's pretty cool.
Now our t-shirt is nice and dry. We're gonna take a pair of scissors and begin to cut our fabric. And then we're gonna tie that fabric with some hair ties and we're gonna create our DIY PPE mask. We're basically going to take the fabric and roll it over our hair ties and just keeping things nice and tight as best as possible. The good thing about using a t-shirt is that you can create multiple masks out of one fabric. They are easy to readjust and they're machine washable. Now, we don't have all the resources, unfortunately, to all use the N95 grade medical masks, but this is a great alternative to create your custom PPE. Stay safe, everyone.